Nick, Juliet, and a perverted sensei. Oh shit, that was a trophy? I mean, of course it was, that's why I did it. You've taught me well, sensei. Lollipop Chainsaw was released in 2012 for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. It even got a special edition released in Japan a year later on Valentine's Day, uniquely called Lollipop Chainsaw Valentine's Day edition. And if you've seen my other videos, you already know what console I got it for. PlayStation 3! But the copy I have doesn't have a manual, so of course I bought another one just for the manual. CIB! Off eBay. And it's the Japanese Premium Edition. How many editions of this game are there? Oh, the version I got's fully in English too, just in case you're like trying to buy that one. I don't know, sometimes I like to get the Japanese version if I can read it. This is one of many Suda51 games, and if you're like me, I had no idea what the hell was even that until my friend Savon told me about it. He's been looking for a copy of Lollipop Chainsaw, so I gave him my old one. Little does he know it doesn't even have a manual. What a nerd! Since then, I've been looking into the other titles, and they look just as wacky and hilarious as this game was. I even saw that Juliet, the main character of Lollipop Chainsaw, made a cameo in one of the other games, Killer is Dead. So what is Lollipop Chainsaw exactly? Well, I'm glad you asked, myself, because it's a zombie game from the zombie game apocalypse era. But this one sticks out above the rest. I mean, how many games can you say you play as a cheerleader with a chainsaw? Now that I've done my research, it seems Suda51 games are known for an over-the-top plot, which makes a lot of sense because this game is crazy, and trust me when I tell you, it's worth the experience. Sure, you may play as a half-naked cheerleader who's also a zombie hunter with her boyfriend's decapitated head attached to her butt fighting off hordes of zombies with a chainsaw because someone used a combination of black magic and explosives to crack the wall between Earth and the rotten world. But like I said, it's worth it. And I'm not the only one who thinks so, because this game managed to sell over 1 million copies, making it the most sold game from Suda51. I'm glad Warner Bros. Published this game because they gave it the marketing it deserved. Poor Shadows of the Damned, I see why I never heard of you. They even hired a professional cosplayer, Jessica Negri, to portray Juliet during the game's marketing campaign. You can tell a lot of love went into this game. I mean, James Gunn, the guy known for Guardians of the Galaxy, the 2004 remake of Dawn of the Dead, and of course the best of them all, the live-action Scooby-Doo movies. Anyways, he had a hand in developing the game's story and characters. Oh, and how could I forget, he also went on to make Suicide Squad, where he states he drew inspiration from Lollipop Chainsaw for the making of that film. And you can see it in this scene with Harley Quinn, maneuvering through it like Juliet. Speaking of Juliet, her voice actor is Tara Strong. You know, the one who literally plays every iconic character ever. Even Harley Quinn. Things are connecting here. There's a lot of other great voice actors in this game as well. And for the game itself, it is stylish. From the menus down to the special moves, even the cutscenes. You know we love them comic book-like cutscenes here on this channel. There's also a wide variety of music in this game, and it blends so well. One moment, everything feels like sparkles and rainbows while you're listening to Hey Mickey. Next thing you know, you're making a straight line on your chainsaw while listening to Five Finger Death Punch. Besides upgrades, there are some other really cool unlockables, like costumes from actual animes, such as High School of the Dead, which makes perfect sense. Or Is This a Zombie? Which makes even more sense. There's a lot more as well, and if I had any tips to give you before going into this game, just learn how to stun them, then use the chainsaw. It's called sparkle hunting. There's also 2 different endings, and it all depends on if you save all the survivors or not. Why wouldn't you save them? They say such nice things.
Don't worry about the smell. I just shit myself.
Ah, yes. The dialogue in this game is just amazing. Here's the Nick line.
What's your favorite color, Nick?
Blue? No, green.
Awesome. I love learning about you.
I fucked up. It's yellow.
Besides all that, there are some collectibles, and some of them are only available in hard mode, so look up a guide. I really got on board with using guides for collectibles. It makes your life easier. Overall, this game is great, and if you come across a copy, you should definitely pick it up. This may be the first Suda51 title I've played, but me and this game go way back. Back to Paul's house. Shout out to Paul, that's one of my best friends friends from my high school days. His game collection was on par with people like Scott and the Woz. And when I pulled Lollipop Chainsaw off his shelf and saw Juliet on the cover, what can I say? I was a 15-year-old boy who had the Woohoo trophy in Sims 3. Of course we're playing Lollipop Chainsaw. Put it in. Wait, that didn't sound right.
Pushing on my head till I'm confident as Kanye. Success is getting from Ariana Grande. Cruising in a Civic, I'ma flip it to a vet. I'll snatch a chain, take off, then run off set.